you doing? What you doing? Get him. Get him. Get him.
That's all I need right there.
She's slobbering everywhere.
Are you doing schedule?
Yes.
Okay.
You should give the presentation. Huh? Yeah. Martis, we're good? The clock start? Okay. Okay, welcome to the weekly schedule, as Coach called it in there, with myself, Coleman-Lands, freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, and our graduate assistant, James Herring, came to us from West Virginia. He's in his second year of his graduate assistantship. So, as Coach said, we're going to go through a day in the life of a men's basketball player. It's hectic, it's crazy, and it's awesome all at the same time. So, as I compile the schedule, I do it every Sunday. I text it out, I put it together, I talk to all the different people that touch the players throughout the week. I compile everything together and then individualize it for each player. Shoot them a text, they get it on their phone Sunday night, usually between 4, 5, or 6 p.m. It's ready to roll, and they kind of get their map for the week. We take a lot of pride in trying to stay somewhat organized so they know what they're doing throughout the week, but obviously things change throughout the week, and like today I hit Jalen about a meeting. But number one on their schedules is academics. You'll see it, I'll show you Malcolm Hill's schedule from last year at the end of the presentation, but these are just some bullet points that we have. You guys can read those, and our guys here at Illinois, and especially the last 2 semesters, spring of 15 and summer of 15, have been exceptional for us. And that is credit to, first of all, these players that have come into our program, but secondly, our resources that we have here are set up for these guys to succeed. And you see down here the picture, Tracy Abrams, Ahmad Starks, and manager turned player, the famous man right here, Ryan Schmidt. He was in the office today or yesterday, I can't remember. This was last May. We also had Nana Egwu graduate and Ravante Rice graduate. So we were 5 for 5 last spring. And then this summer, we pumped out a 3.5 cumulative GPA across the board. So something that we were extremely proud of. In the spring, we had a 3.23. And that was the highest recorded GPA. I think Coach said that out there, that men's basketball had ever recorded. So to come back and get to 3.5 was awesome.
All right. Let's go. How's it going? How y'all feeling? Y'all good? Y'all good? They must put y'all to sleep there. You bring energy. Nice comfy seats, I know. Especially when they turn this hat down. It's kind of like me when I was in school.
You just had a baby.
I just had a baby, so I'm having a little sleep.
You need to go in there.
No, I don't. I really don't. This is the defense. Anybody was here last year? Who was here last year? 3 people. Okay. All right. I've been determining how far in advance I want to get on the defense according to here. I want to talk about the closeout. Kendrick, your turn today. This is an important part of our defense that our guys must master, with the closeout to the pass from the player to another player. They must learn to close out. You'll see why later. Closeouts when Kendrick's going to run 2/3 of the way to his man, and he's going to shake short, choppy steps to slow himself down and not pop his feet. Everybody see that difference? You don't want to pop your feet because that allows you to move laterally quicker than when you short, choppy steps to slow down your momentum. It's a really more of a balance thing, okay? All right. So I'm just going to give you all the answers right now on the test, all right? It's like your study guide. I'll test you later.
No.
8.9 million for using his likeness.
Yeah?
So. Troublemakers. All right, so here we go. The rain is starting, and it's going to start seeping in the building. So if your hair got wet and you just got it done, don't worry. It's really not for me. All right, this is the rebounding station. Okay? We're gonna get down and dirty, and like we're gonna box each other out, knock each other around, and like have a lot of fun. Okay? But no one's gonna get hurt. All right. So Maverick Morgan, Cam List, and LaRon Black are gonna help me demonstrate my rebounding technique. I'm a rebounding quarter for Illinois basketball, and my job is to make sure that these guys know all the technique. I know you guys don't really believe there's technique at the game. Who all comes to the game? I can hear you guys going, get the ball! I'm just always sitting like, there's more. All right, so we really do have technique. Like there's things they need to learn for offensive rebounding and for defensive rebounding. LaRon Black would have led the Big Ten in rebounding along with Brandon Dawson per 40 minutes played. If what? If he didn't foul out. You know what? I just want to say one thing. Like, thank God LaRon knows who he is and he's confident because everybody knows that he fouls. So they say a lot of things. But I'll have you know this though. We played 4 games in Europe, and how many LaRon foul out? Only one. Clap it up. Good job. He played a lot. He played a lot of minutes, yeah. Yeah, different reps. Well, you know what? And he played against some really older guys. Yeah, they were really big. Yeah, and LaRon was like, he held together. Like, he didn't get any flagrant fouls either. Gross. Gross. All right, enough about LaRon. This is my show. All right, listen. So here's a few techniques, okay? When we're thinking about defensive rebounding, right? Defensive rebounding. One thing you want to do is you want to be the first to make contact, right? And here's why. Cam and those guys over there getting ready to shoot the ball. I'm guarding LaRon, and the first thing I want to do is know, like, it's a lot now. This is not easy. Think about this. I have to watch my guy, okay? I know you got grandkids, you got small kids that can keep us like this. This is not easy, okay? You have responsibilities. Like Coach Walker showed you, there's help defense, right? So I'm in help, so I gotta go help defense. I gotta go from help defense to know where LaRon is to try to box him out all at the same time. And we're playing full speed, okay? So, what happens if I use my hands? Usually you get a what? Foul. That's what you guys say. All right, so first of all, my job is to make contact with LaRon, right, without using force. All right, cool. Then I want to turn and put my hips on him, right? And if LaRon goes to the left, I go to the left with LaRon. If LaRon goes to the right, and to be a good rebound, you got to be a good dancer. You guys got that? Now, you guys thought like using your hands is for football, but the reason why I don't want LaRon to use his hands, because he could also foul. But here's what happens. You get 2 big guys out here, and they're using their hands to turn and go. Next thing you know, how many of you guys buy tickets to see guys dance? You don't do that. That's not why, right? You want to see them perform. Give it up for LaRon for being a great dancer. All right, so
Thank you. Okay, now we have a big guy who can do both. This is a guy that can hold the basket or lay it. He also is a major three-point shot. He's a three-point batter, knockdown shots, big-time shooter. So what we can do also in the pick and rolls, we also use that term pick and pop. This time, instead of rolling to the basket, he is going to pop to the corner for a three-point shot. Let's walk through it real quickly one time. Okay? Same idea. Hear it. Okay, come ball. Get 2 guys on the ball. As soon as Michael feels 2 guys on the ball, he throws back to his teammate. 3-point shot. Let's execute that real quick. Here we go, guys. Again, sprinting out. Get 2 guys on the ball. Goes off. Pass back. 3-point shots in. You make one. Nice.
Darren was doing the one down here on the,
Yeah.
in the women's gym.
Yeah.
Did you pick that because it was something that he already understood?
No, we prepared for it. We didn't want it to be, again, our whole goal was last year and this year to, I don't want to say it's complex, but to understand what it's like to be a basketball player in our program. And so Darren has picked some things offensively. Him and Dustin did that we prepared for today, and then Paris picked some things rebounding. Jamal picked some things defensively. So, I think they enjoy it. Enjoy, and we try to present it as if it's like they're a basketball player in our program for the day, and I think they enjoy that part of it.
Let me see. I want to make sure we're starting at the same time.
What do you think so far?
Rob?
As good as last year?
It's good, yeah. It just began, but you gotta love Coach Gross.
Yeah.
As Dodger, you're fine. Before we go, I just want to explain to you a little bit about what we do with our guys and kind of what my position is and what it entails in getting our guys to be the best athletes that we can create and put out on the court every night, every practice, every day. And for me and our guys, and I do obviously, so some of you all are just as new as we see some of these guys. I've been here for 4 days and I've just started, so we're just now getting into it. And these guys, it's again, I'm starting brand new with them. So, but
nobody's picking a fight with your strength coach, right?
No, heck no. And he's big
Nobody
too.
win that, would they?
He's 6'6", and I can assure you from coaching against him, he was very, very physical, and there were very few people that picked fights with him.
it starts with nutrition. And we have a full-time nutritionist on staff, and I work directly with her in making sure that the food options are what they need to be for our guys. We have training tables, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's always available. I eat breakfast every morning with our guys, and I eat dinner every night with our guys.
There's definitely an emphasis on nutrition, training, as you said, and basically players' health and well-being, which, given some of the things going on in the larger DIA, might be an important point that you wanted to emphasize.
Well, we did it last year anyway, so it's one of those things that for us, when we look at the whole being, which you're talking about there's no question we're concerned about that.
They have from 8 to 9:30 in the morning for breakfast. I'm just there to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So I'm going to help AJ put food on his plate to make sure his goal is to gain weight. Okay? We've identified him as a weight gain guy. So this morning, he probably ate more than he wanted to eat. That's what he had to do in order to gain that weight. So that's just an example. Dinner is the same thing. I'm there to make sure that we're eating the right things. Graduate transfer, big bull, they call him. He's the guy that needs to lose weight. So I help him with making the right selections that's going to help him lose weight so he's not playing at 280 pounds. Maybe we can get him playing at 250 pounds, 255 pounds, so he gets up and down the court a lot easier. Just some examples. Their schedule, right now we're training in 2 groups. So they come in at different times throughout the day. I have them in groups of 6 right now. We've got a couple guys that are injured that can't train. So in this weight room, it works out perfect for us. We have 3 racks, 2 guys doing racks, so we can go through. We're doing a lot of technique work right now, meaning we're just teaching the lifts. I'm not sure if anyone here works out or it's something that they do regularly. I tell our guys all the time, technique is number 1. So it's not about how much weight these guys lift, it's about how well they move the weight. And for me, that's very important because my job is to keep these guys as healthy as possible. If I don't get them out on the floor, that's on me. So I got to make sure that we're staying as healthy as possible while building strength.
Education. These are kind of the resources that I spoke about earlier. We take care of these guys at a high level, and they deserve it. We chartered every place we go. We're the 8th ranked public university in the country, as you saw in the previous slide. And this is our team from Irwin Academics. It's a, I'm sorry, I can't even probably see.
I'm fine.
It's a facility on 4th Street, and it's headed up by Keiko Price. Jessica Gorky, pictured here, is our immediate liaison. She is in charge of men's basketball along with some other sport responsibilities within the department, but she's who we communicate with directly. We have 2 learning specialists that work with the guys as well. So anytime we take trips, I just told the last group, basketball is unique because we go across 2 semesters. We go across fall and spring. Football, soccer, any of those, it's only 1 semester. So we go all the way through winter break. So when we do these schedules, there's so many different templates that you use, whether it's summer, fall, during the games in the November, winter break when they don't have class, spring when they have class and we're not doing basketball. So it changes a lot, but working with these women up here has been exceptional. They've done a great job. This is kind of how we look at the person. So as a freshman, Jalen Coleman-Lands, this will be his first time traveling. We take care of the guys. I coordinate all the travel as well, and we try to make sure it's up to their standards at least. But we also have a full-time nutritionist. Stephanie Horvath does an awesome job. We're going to talk about how we fuel them in a second. But when stuff starts getting a little taxing on their bodies, let's call it middle of the Big Ten season, we got a couple games a week. Their bodies are wearing down because we're started in October and now it's late February and we got a quick turnaround. We may schedule some massages to make sure their bodies are physically ready for the next opponent. And then our medical team over there, they do an awesome job for us. This is Illini Field. You'll see the logo up here. Stephanie Horvath, as I mentioned, is our nutritionist. She heads this up completely. They're provided breakfast. It's a grab-and-go type style of breakfast provided to all student athletes at the University of Illinois, housed in the football stadium. And it's called the Varsity Room, right off the Kirby, just north of the Kirby. And they can go in. Jalen's starting his day. He may have an early class. He doesn't want to sit and eat a full meal. He can go in and grab food as you see up here for breakfast.
It's extremely convenient for, just players in general. Especially once you see our schedule, I think in the next slide or two.
Yeah.
With our schedule being, trying to have it seems like a lot of habit, but it's, this definitely helps, going in and grabbing a to-go meal and being able to leave and know that you have food and the right type of food rather than just, McDonald's and junk food, exactly. So it's definitely convenient and it's, beneficial with it being, good food. So.
Lucky for them, the Coach Fletcher, the strength and conditioning coach that you saw in the introductions, and you'll go through his station here shortly. He eats lunch and dinner with the guys every day. So they, not only is he looking at their bodies and preparing them for the Big Ten, he's also connecting that with the nutrition piece and seeing what they put in their bodies. Jalen may be a guy who needs to add weight. So he specializes an entire plan to make sure he's fueling his body in the proper way to do that. So we're really fortunate to have Coach Fletch. Here's lunch. Lunch is served in the exact same location, very similar style. Jalen may have a very quick break in his class schedule, go get lunch, and he can do the same thing. Go grab a to-go box, throw in a couple sandwiches, a smoothie, some granola bars, some yogurt, some fruit, a banana, whatever you may need, and get back to class. He needs to be ready to roll at 2:30 because that's when our practice block begins. Dinner is a little bit different. I'm going to have Jalen speak to you guys about that, but this is housed in a different facility. And if you guys have ever been to the Colonnades Club, this is where this is housed, which is in the 3rd floor of the stadium. Unbelievable facility. All 500 plus athletes are able to eat there. All meals are for all athletes at the University of Illinois. So we just signed a huge contract with Sodexo as the food vendor. They provide the food. You can speak to it a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like they did a great job. Our coaching staff are just, I just feel like the setting, this is in a different spot than the varsity room, which is breakfast and lunch. And normally around that time we typically go to practice around that time, so we kind of move it. And dinner is more like it's more spacious, so it's like, normally when we have dinner, everyone's done with the classes, and it's like more of a relaxed feel, which is it's a great feel, come back, it's more relaxing. And typically, like I said, it's more every student athlete rather than just the basketball team, so you can converse with different, sports team. It's more like a relaxed feel, and the food's great, so it's definitely.
So after we get the academics together, after we get how many times they have to meet with a tutor for a certain class, after they get with Coach Fletcher, see what they have to do with strength and conditioning, I then compile a weekly schedule, which may look something similar to this. This is Malcolm Hill. We chose last fall as an example. This fall is unique because of the European trip. kind of unloading. We're not doing as much. So it's a little bit, it's different than this. But it's color coordinated. Any orange you see would be basketball, so he'd have an individual skill with his position coach on the court with some managers ready to rebound. Any gray you see would be strength and conditioning with Coach Fletch. You can see the groups that they'd be put in. This would be a team lift, that'd be a team lift. And these are specialized groups as to what they want to be in. Any yellow you see is what you just saw in the previous slides, which is the line fuel. That's where they can go. You can see Malcolm has a short window here and a short window here. Now, it doesn't always happen to be perfect to where they have 2 hours to eat lunch, based on what their majors may be, their academic aspirations. It's a required class they have to go. So that kind of gives you an idea. I just heard the buzzer, so if you guys got any questions, fire them at me. We got about a minute.
Do you guys all do yoga?
I did get up and do yoga every day. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would, but Coach made the staff do it as well. So he hasn't done it yet with us, but we're going to incorporate it later on in the year. You guys are easy. This is easy. Anything else? Okay, I think you guys are heading to Coach Walker or Paris Park. I
think it gives them a chance to kind of be almost like a day in the life of an Illinois men's basketball player, I think it's great. I mean, they get to walk some of their shoes, whether it's, we teach some of our offensive stuff, our defensive stuff, how we teach rebounding. Paul Schmidt's in the training room and talking to them about recovery and what we do with those guys recovery-wise. Fletch is in the weight room showing them one of the things or one of the workouts we do with our team from a strength and conditioning perspective. And then this year we changed it up a little bit. I thought it'd be interesting for them to see what a day looks like in the life of a basketball player here on campus. So we took a look at the spring and the summer and the fall and the season and what their weekly schedule looks like and how different it is for those 4 times a year. And so hopefully just at the end of the day they've learned a little bit more what it's like to be a basketball player in our program.
Who wants to try this? Any volunteers who want to try it? Nobody. Nobody wants to try. Nobody. Now, let's see. We're gonna let you have the ball. Okay. You use this center. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna let you have the ball. Which one do you want to do?
Okay.
Let's do the ball. You're gonna start with the ball. You're gonna start down there. Okay. We're gonna give them a chance here. Okay. And what's gonna happen? Let's do this. No, player. You got ball right there. Here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna let you get a shot here. We're gonna get both of you guys a shot. Okay. Pay attention. When she sets the screen, you're gonna come on, get to the lane, and you're gonna drop a bounce pass to her. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna look right back at this lane. Pass down, shot. You can do it. That's my guard. What do you do? Yes. And you gonna make a layup? Let's watch them do it. Here we go. There we go. Defense now. Good. So like this. Go off. Good. Roll to the basket. Good. Roll all the way to the basket. Good. Make a layup now. Yes. And look back. Get up. One more time. You heard you want somebody to guard. Hey! Here you go. Okay, we're going to try that this time. Too much wine. All right, here we go. You can start again over there. We'll set the screen over there. On him? No. Okay, go set the screen. Right here. Hold on. Go. Roll the basket. Roll. All the way to the basket. Good. There you go.
Use your technique. Be the first to make contact. Use your forearm, your hips. You have to be a good dancer to be a good mover. All right? So Mav didn't want to show that because Mav, you dance?
No, it's white.
Plays basketball, so maybe.
Try to be a nice guy. All right, so now, here's the top secret stuff. Okay, listen. When you guys leave here, seriously, when they post this for you, you guys see men in black. But you're going to get the magic wand because this stuff I'm telling you right now is top secret. So on offensive rebounding, okay, offensive rebounding, the first thing we teach our guys, because you want your big guys to rebound, is something called the wedge. You guys got that, right? That's your first lesson today. The wedge. This is the wedge. First of all, this is not a wedge. This is LaRon. This is called the LaRon, okay? Shot goes up. That's the LaRon.
I could do that one.
This is also the LaRon. That's not legal. You can't do that. This is the new LaRon, okay? Shot goes up. LaRon's job is to turn and box me out like I did him. You want to be the first to make contact. So you get here. This is legal. You can use your back to wedge him under and tip it out, or you can use your hip and your forearm as long as you don't extend it. Okay, you see that? My likeness is worth $8.9 million just for this. So you push it from here and from here and tip the ball out. How many watch the Bulls when they were really good with Dennis Rodman?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello.
Dennis Rodman made up the wedge. This is what it looked like. Shot goes up. Now it's going to make the ball. He got one job. Ball comes over, he tips it out. Dennis Rodman would never just lay the ball back up for some reason. He wants everybody to sit like Prince and do his Dennis Rodman deal. And then like he'd do this and the crowd would go crazy. And Jordan and Pippen would just be like, come on, would you just come back into play? So cool. All right, now that's the what?
The wedge.
All right, now next technique. You guys get over here. Torpedo. Lesson number 2. This is the torpedo. You guys learn defense from Coach Walker, right? So you know I'm not playing our grandson or small child defense. This is not defense. I'm playing Illinois, like blocking elbows. So I got to watch LaRon, watch Cam, help Matt. So if Cam goes baseline, I got to go down and help. LaRon might stay there. And he decides to shoot. I got to run and try to catch him. This is the torpedo. So he's running right in to get the ball to try to get a tip dunk. How many guys remember Joe Bertrand?
Yep. Yeah.
Joe would like jump up and get dunks all the time because when he knows like he played with Brandon Paul and DJ, they're going to shoot every dog one time. And so he'd go get the rebound, right? And that would be a torpedo. So the next thing would be, that's number 3, the swim move. All right? Swim. Now listen, you can swim like this, or you can doggy paddle like this, okay? So we're going to teach LaRon the doggy paddle, all right? He's going to have a little bop with it, you know, kind of step to the side. He's not being cool in the park, he's doing the swim, all right? You ready, LaRon? So shot goes up. Now this time I have to catch up with him, and I make contact. But I'm going to move into, oh, yeah, you see that nice little tight little swim? Done. All right, you guys see that? That's what happens when you guys are seeing, get the ball! And our guys aren't boxing out because as a defensive rebounder, I have to have a good angle. And for him to be a good offensive rebounder, he's got to, when that shot goes up, he can't think about like, oh, he didn't pass me the doggone ball. He's got to go hustle and get the rebound. So shot goes up, I make contact with LaRon, he swings, this is the old LaRon. That's the old LaRon, all right? But that's the wedge, the torpedo, and the swing. You guys got that, right? Now, this is really good. Julie, come on over here. Yeah, just say, yeah. Swim! Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? It's top secret. Oh, we're going to put that. It's top secret. Now, this is really top secret. I don't even think your husband told you this one. You guys want to know who's going to get the free throw box out if the shot comes off? I can guarantee I can. Huh? No, listen. It's all about the foot race. There's a race going on at the free throw line. You guys had no idea. You guys know there's a race going on? Yeah. She's thinking elbow.
You see them with their feet sideways and
Here's the job. Now, the race is who's got the inside position? I do, right? So I have the advantage. But these guys have a blessing to do it because in Europe, they don't really wait for them to shoot the ball. They just run in and the refs look at you go, hey, you run in. You know English, right there. race. The race is right here. This foot and that foot, or this foot and that foot. Right? I can't turn and do a little round and hold like this. That's the problem. So the shot's getting ready to go up. It's all about who can go there first. Okay? So you see their guy beat our guy, just tap whoever in the game will be like, oh, we're not going to get it. They're going to be like, God, how did you know that? And then they'll start saying, oh, you cheering for the other team. But if we go and step around, we beat them there, and step on the foot too. That's okay. Now, so that's the foot race. There is a race going on at the free throw line that you guys had no idea that was going on, but it's happening. Now, here's the second race. Matt, LaRon's a good rebounder, so we're going to put the squeeze on him, right? Too bad we can't do this, right? Too bad we just can't hold it. This would be easy, all right? But because we have free throw plays. You guys ever see Nana stand at the line and bend over and look at the guy and do like this? It's a free throw play. So if LeBron tries to go to the backside, it's no foot racing. You're ready to shoot, shot goes up, you go pitch, you go this way, you come back, I got it this way. So everybody's got a job to do. Yeah, you guys probably thought like, just get the ball! That's not how it happens. So, give it up for these guys again.
See what?
I was here last year. She's like, I learned something new today. This is what I caught last year.
Swimming with Nana.
I need the paper. Cliff, we'll get the magic wand, all right? All right, thank you guys for coming to math for the season. Come on, man.
All right, so this is actually what we do whenever we like finish a drill or anything. We get together and do this. So, all right, everyone, kind of just try to bring it in as close as you guys can. And we're gonna count to 3. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and say all for one, one for all. And we're gonna go right after that. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3 again, and we're gonna say finish. So 1, 2, 3.
All for one, one for all.
1, 2, 3.
Finish!
Good job, guys.
Terry's going to demonstrate. He's going to run 2/3 of the way. He's going to put his hands up. Why does he want to put his hands up? Anybody remember from last year why he wants to put 1 or 2 hands up? Anybody remember? Anybody remember? Anybody remember? Bueller.
So the ref knows where your hands are?
No, not where your hands are. We want to take away one thing. We want to take away the pass. So Kendrick puts his hands up. You see Kendrick's got long arms. That's why we like guys in the wing. See, he's got like, I got these short things. Kendrick's got long arms. All right, we want to discourage passing into the post or into the next player and try to get deflections. That's a big part of our defense. The other thing, we want to contest shots, because if your hands are already up, what do you have to do to contest a shot? Really nothing. Just raise your hands up, and you got a chance to challenge a shot. If you challenge shots better or really efficiently, it takes away percentages. Remember, basketball is a percentage game as well. We want to minimize percentages on defense. The best common category you can see on defense that shows you're defending really well is efficient field goal percentage. So somebody shooting like 50%, it's not a very good defensive day. Team shooting 38, 39% from the floor, you're doing a job that's necessary that can help you win. Okay? So Kendrick's going to close out. He's going to sprint 2/3 of the way. He's going to have both hands up. In the past, we used to teach 2 hands up. Now we're teaching 1 hand. I want everybody to put their hands up. As you're doing that, feel what your hips do. Ready? Both hands up. Go. Okay, down. One more time up. And what your hips feel like they do naturally? They lift. You feel them lift. Now put 1 hand up, 1 hand down. 1 hand up, 1 hand down. And what does your hips do? Nothing. So it's better with your hips to go with 1 hand. It gives you better balance. Your hips don't raise up. All right. And in the past, Kendrick's been with us long enough. When we first got here, we taught 2 hands. So he's kind of in the habit of doing 2 hands. But I've been trying to tell him, take 1 hand to help him. So close out again. Ready? Here we go. Go. Boom. Now does it close out? Good. Gets in the stance. He's got his hand up. He's got ready to block a shot, encourage him, distract the shot. Okay. Now why do we do that? Okay. I need 3 demonstrators. Here's the advanced part. Thank you. Ready? 3 volunteers. You're not going to run, I promise.
I already did it. You all gotta go volunteer.
All right, here's one. There's two. Right there. That one. You go to that side. You're in the middle. And you're over there. Okay. We play the pack line defense. The pack line defense. See this little dotted line? We got a lot of lines on the floor. This dotted line goes all the way around the floor. We talked about it a little bit last year. Now we're going to get more advanced into it. That is the pack line. If your guy does not have the ball, okay. Start the ball. Start the ball. Very good. Okay. Terry's right there. She's the help defender. We guard the ball as a team. So what we do again, you got to have one foot inside the pack line. We want our inside foot and our inside shoulder pointing to the ball. Okay? Shoulder that. Inside shoulder, inside foot pointing to the ball.
I know I'm doing it too.
I always say, either one you feel comfortable with. I tell the guys, either one. Most guys like the shoulder because the shoulder, some guys go, and I don't want your hips. Look at, there you go. Look at EJ. That's a freshman. Okay. So you got to get that part down. Here's what's tricky. You got to get a gap. What I do here in the game. So get the gap. Get the gap. Okay. What is the gap? The gap is the position between the ball handler and your man. And you got to feel comfortable enough where if he throws your guy the ball that you can be in a closeout stop position when he catches it. Does that make sense? So meaning if I'm over here, way over here, run ball. It's not closeout stop when you catch the ball. No, I'm still trying to close out. Okay? Not throw it there. I'm here. I feel pretty good right here. Throw it. Am I stop my closeout when you caught the ball? Yes. All right. Why is that important? Again, this is we learn a lot of physiological stuff. If I go close out this way, my momentum's going where? That way. If he's got the ball, where do you think his momentum's going to go? That way. Good luck. Okay? Good luck trying to guard that. Okay? So again, you got to get the gap and feel comfortable enough. Inside foot, inside shoulder.
I don't have any questions. I just want to see more of that.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Well, take a half step back, John.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so don't run you over the ledge. Boom.
Hey, teaming up with your wife on this a little bit. I know that her and Julie kind of ran it, but what's that like?
Well, it's great to be able to participate. Obviously, Amanda German from the American Cancer Society, Allison, and Julie put a lot of effort into tonight's event. It's been 2 years in a row now. We've had roughly 100 plus. And it's just a great opportunity. All the monies go to Coaches versus Cancer, so it's a great cause. We've had a great time with it 2 years in a row, but they certainly deserve all the credit because they organize it. So we're appreciative of Amanda and Julie and Allison.